Hi, everybody. Welcome to another edition of TableTopicsRE. I'm Scott Sheng, and I'm here with my good friend Julie Ziemelis.
Aloha.
Aloha. Where are we?
We are at Paniola Greens in Waikoloa Village, and behind us is Mauna Kea,
In
on
Hawaii.
the Big Island of Hawaii.
Big Island of Hawaii. And Julie, actually, I met you through social media.
Yep.
So, heck, if we're going to have a conversation, let's have a conversation about ROI and social media. And I can start by saying I met you and I got to come out here and hang out with you in Hawaii for a whole week, and it was awesome.
And we've been driving them around and four-wheeling with them and showing them the best places on the island. Thanks to Facebook. So
Facebook, yeah.
yeah.
So you do a lot of social media training. You're doing 3 classes today.
I'm doing 2 classes today and 1 on Thursday. So,
and Thursday in the
teaching,
real estate space
and also in small business space.
and small business space.
Yep.
You have you're an incredible story, I think, of the success of using social media in real estate and in business, and just understanding the medium as a communication channel and as a relationship building tool. Why don't you tell me a little bit about some of the successes that you've had and what you've seen work?
Okay. Back in 2009, when I first started using social media, I created a Facebook business page to share my marketing ideas for realtors, and it's tips for realtors using new media. And I didn't get paid for it. I didn't start it to get paid. I wasn't looking for an ROI exactly, but I wanted to share my information. And from that, I have about 1,500 people on my Facebook page now, and I got a job at Altos Research from that. I got a job working for Pango Group and Stacy Harmon from it. In fact, people here on the Big Island saw me on that site, and the broker from Hawaii Life Real Estate hired me to speak at a training session. So I'm doing 6 training sessions for her realtors because she saw me on Facebook talking about how to make more business in real estate.
Now, when we were talking earlier, you said there's a tipping point of when a Facebook page, because I know a lot of agents think that they have to have a Facebook page. There's a lot of people out there selling Facebook pages. What is the value of a Facebook page? How do you use it, and how do you know when it works?
Okay, so when I tell realtors about using Facebook pages, one of the things that doesn't work is realtors having a page with their name on it saying I'm Schmo Realtor. Pick me. How far can you talk about that? Where's the content in that longer than 5 posts?
On that.
Yeah. So I'm a big proponent of lifestyle marketing using Facebook pages. So I created a 365 things to do in Kona business page for Kona, kind of as a laboratory to show realtors how it could work for them. And I have about 350 people on that now, and I've been at it for about a year. And from that, and this is my tipping point concept, is that on the Tips for Realtors Using New Media page, when I hit about 300 people, I started getting more and more comments and more engagement, and I'm finding that now also on my 365 Kona page too. Now people are asking me questions like they're finding me through search on Facebook, and then they're saying, hey, I'm coming to Kona. Can you tell me what to do when I get there? And so since they've seen I've been writing for the year, I've become kind of like the resident expert on Facebook about Kona and things to do.
So if you were a real estate agent and you were trying to sell property, how would that translate into creating an opportunity to sell real estate?
Well, every realtor that's worth their weight in gold should be an expert about their farm, right, and about their community, right?
Yeah.
And so instead of talking about themselves and how great they are about selling real estate, I think what people are looking for is, if I'm moving into a new community, I want to know about it, and I want to see pictures, and I want to know what it's like. I want to know the lifestyle. And I'm going to tell you right here, nobody is writing about Waikoloa. Nobody. And look at this. This is a beautiful
Well, they weren't.
They weren't
Until
now.
you
Hey, somebody
just
get
said
that.
All right, erase.
Yeah. So if, do a search on Facebook and see if somebody's already writing about your town or the neighborhood that you really enjoy walking, filming, talking to people, restaurant reviews. If you own that space, you become the expert. It's kind of weird. It's like people start saying, wow, well, if you're the one who's going out there and walking the neighborhood and really loving the area and being able to talk about it, if I wanted to move into that space, buy a house, I probably want to ask you to be a realtor because you know the area.
Well, and earlier we talked about free coffee at the Sheraton.
Yeah.
Okay, how would that translate with a realtor, and what was that?
Okay, so on my blog, I walked out of the Sheraton, which is a resort near my house here in Kona, And I started telling him that I was taking pictures and video blogging the area. And I started becoming friends with the employees there. And now I go there and they give me free coffee, free Kona coffee. And and then also I was taking pictures from a company called Java on the Rock. And they sell like the most amazing coffee. And she saw me on my Facebook page and asked me to help her with some of her Facebook stuff. And so now I get free coffee from there too. And she's got an amazing Facebook page that lets people make comments about how wonderful her business is. And she opened up her business page like 3 weeks ago, and she already has like 75 people on there telling her how wonderful the restaurant is.
Well, okay, so how this could translate into real estate is what they found out that you do is you kind of do social media.
Right.
But if you were a real estate agent doing the exact same thing that you were doing, you would get to know that person.
Right.
And they would know what business space you were in.
Right.
And you're bringing value to their business.
Yeah.
Now.
And also, let's say that, especially, I mean, if you live or work in a resort community, it's, you know, here are these people, you think, oh, they're just selling coffee. But you know what? They talk to tourists all the time.
Absolutely.
And all of a sudden somebody says, I'd love to live here. I wonder what it costs to live here. Oh, you know what? One of my customers is a realtor. You know what? She comes in here all the time. She's got a Facebook page. Why don't you look her up? Or let me connect you to. And then boom, the relationship that we created with the baristas down at the Sheraton are now referrals for finding people who want to do business with you.
Yeah, I was absolutely dying. I was not at SMMOC last Saturday, but I was following the Twitter stream and the SMMOC hashtag, and the conversation was the ROI on social media is relationships.
Oh yeah.
It absolutely is. You're not going to sell products and services on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, but people are going to get to know you, and the more they get to know you, they're going to like you.
Right.
And then who knows what kind of opportunities are going to come out of there.
Right. In fact, going back to the tipping point again, is that a lot of realtors will open up a Facebook page and they'll put about 2 weeks into it, and then they go, oh, I got 4 people who I know following me, and they don't keep up with it. And you know what? It's not just writing every day. It's going out and telling people you have a blog. So take your little video camera with you, or your regular camera, and when people say, what are you taking pictures of? I'm a blogger. I'm putting it on my blog. You should check it out. And that should be on your business card. It should be on every single thing that you put out there, showing that you are capturing what's happening in that space. And that's how I've actually grown a lot of my fans on my page, is that I also comment on other people's blog posts and leave my link at their blog, so it brings people back to my blog as well.
So all of this whole social media stuff, these are just communication channels to amplify your existing networking efforts.
That's right.
And that's how you grow your business as a real estate agent.
Yep.
Because you network, you talk to people.
Yep. In fact, when I do the presentations for the realtors, I end the presentations with my big Facebook fan site URL on it, and I tell them, why don't you go there and fan it, and I share great information. And personally, I have 2 or 3 realtor friends on this island that when people do ask me about real estate, I give them referrals all day long. Because they've made it a point to get on my site and comment and be my friend. And therefore, now I have people asking me about real estate on this island, and I send them the referrals.
There you go. You're a referral source.
Yeah.
Now.
So that's another thing you can do, too, is that be the friend of the person that's out there writing about your community, or find the people who are the influencers and be friends with them, right?
Brilliant. Well, let's get you on your way. You gotta go do your presentations. This was
today.
Awesome. I appreciate it.
Thanks,
You look wonderful. I saw your presentation. It's going to be awesome. So that's it for this edition of TableTopicsRE from beautiful island of Hawaii. And thank you, Julie Ziemelis.
And if you want to see what's going on in Kona, check out Facebook. Go to 365 Kona and check out my fan
And we'll
site.
put your links underneath this post.
Beautiful.
So they can see it.
Okay. Aloha.
Fantastic. Aloha.